So every now and then it's good idea to check your leader, for nicks and knots and stuff. You don't want to hook on a nice big fish and that fish break you up, So always check your leader, tip it, whatever, Don't be lazy, you're gonna lose big fish. Yep. Let me try to roll cast in here. See if we can get some out of here. Get where first? Go over here. There we go. Ooh, there we go. See that? Yep. Here we go. Here we go. That was a nice peacock, right? All right, let's get him. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I missed him. Got him. Beautiful peacock. Look at that. I wouldn't land him over here. Yep. Beautiful peacock. Look at that. Get him away from this weed. All right, here it is. Okay, oh, this is a big fish, so I'm gonna reach down. Yeah, don't pull by the leader because I lost a lot of nice big fish pulling the leader up. There we go. Beautiful butterfly peacock bass. All right, here we oh. All right, he's good. Oh yeah, see, that was a good one, right? Beautiful. All right, let's try again. Let's see if another one I'm holding somewhere around there. Yep, that was our fish of the day. He was sitting in a corner in the shade. Sometimes they're in that pipe, the cover. Sometimes they're in there or near the on the side of it, and they just come on ambush. First cast, you see that? Yeah. The first cast, boom, right there, and then he just came out and he wants that fly, And,
I mean, that's just persistence, though. I mean,
yep.
You stayed after and you kept on.
Yep, because I know he's there.
And you weren't making long casts. I mean,
no, just like, just little roll casts, because there's not enough room to, get make a long cast. I think I just need a little roll cast. I need the branches there, so and be ready. He will attack. Let's try again. See if I can get another one out of from the corner there. I'll leave on here. That was a beautiful fish. Nope, looks like he was the only one. See this fly here? Remember this morning when you were at my house and those cichlids were in my tank? This imitate, you know, those baby Mayan cichlid and peacock bass, you know, this is their natural food, you know, so this fight works really well. Well, when you come to a new spot, the water looks clear. Look around. If you see any fish move around, you can sight fish for them. If not, there's a culvert coming out right from here. So I want to cast right out here. Let my fly sing a little bit. Quick strip, quick strip, quick strip, quick strip. See this one here. There we go, fish on. There we go. Yep, right there. It's a little peacocks. Little peacocks. Oh yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful South Florida peacock bass. Took my blue and black clouser. All right, let's put this guy back in. And hopefully we get on a bigger one.
You say there's a culvert that comes out right here?
Yeah, big like cement pipe, you know.
What's coming out of it?
Well, waters, you know, it's all connected, you know. Sewage, spring water. All right, here we go. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Yeah, they like to hang around there or inside. They come in and out, you know, and they move. They move from canals to canal, and sometimes you see a nice big 4 or 5 pounder, 6 pounder. Sometimes you see a little one, just like the one I just hooked. But it's always a good place to start, you know. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Come on. Let's try over here a little bit. The little guy was hungry. Let's see if we can get a big guy on. Couple more casts, and we'll move a little further down. All right, here we go. One more. Let's do one more. Okay, let's move on this side. Let's make one cast. Tough place to cast. So, yeah, you fish a spot for a few minutes and you don't hook any fish. You want to keep moving, you know. And wherever it looks good, make a cast. So here's a little tight, but I'm gonna just probably gonna do a little roll cast out here. It's nice little roll cast. Okay. Let it sing a bit. Strip. Oh, let's try one more. Let's try one more. Nope, nothing there. Let's move on. So when you're fishing big lakes like this, and again, you want to work along the bank, make a few casts along the bank first, just in case some fish are holding there. And cast and move. Cast and move. Don't stay in one spot. Cast, strip, okay, and move. Cast and move. You can see I work my casting in an angle like this. Okay, I'll do one cast and I'll move. Gotta avoid hitting the tree here. Cast, strip, move. Cast and move. That way you save time and you can cover a lot of waters. Okay. There we go. That's some movement right there. Catch your fly. Strip, 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 strip. Strip. There's some movement right there.
Now, do you think that these fish see you, feel you?
They feel your movement. They can see you. So that's why sometimes be good to make a couple casts along the bank as you move towards the, where you will be fishing next. So that's why it's good to hit the bank, couple casts. That way when you move towards that spot there, you don't spook them out. And if that's fish, it will hit. If you don't cast towards the bank, sometimes you move to that spot and they get spooked. They feel your movement. They see you, whatever. They get spooked. They get spooked, yes, So, a couple casts along the bank, then cast out in an angle like that and move down.
What about clothing?
Clothing, I prepare, Some say matters, you know, like the trout guys. I used to be a trout guys, you know, and we wear clothes that blend in with the surrounding, you know, olive, you know, light brown, or just like hunting camo, you know, nothing bright orange, bright red. Some anglers say it will, you know, cause a problem to me. I don't know. It's a debate, I guess, you know. But I like to wear something light, something, you know, I can blend in with where I'm fishing, you know. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, let's move this way. Actually, to me, I feel the peacocks are aggressive, very aggressive. Like I said, they're an ambush predator. And if they want that fly, they will get that fly. I mean, whether they see you or not, you know, they're very aggressive. So right now, all I'm doing is blind casting, and hopefully, you know, one will see my fly and eat my fly. Until I see, you know, one in clear water here, I can start sight fish from this little one. Just follow my fly.
Surprisingly clear water.
Yes, it's pretty clear here today. All right, let's move further down here. Cast and go. Let me hit the bank here a few times. Nothing. Let's move further down. It's a little shallow here with a lot of grass. Yeah, with the cool temperature like today, you know, most likely they're out farther in the deep. Let's go my fly again. Keep hitting that tree. All right, we're gonna move down to the rocky spot right there. Yeah, this is all the rocks here. You see that? And usually they're holding on the other side, but on the deep water up beside the rocks there. Let's see if I can find one today. Come on, peacock. It's a turtle. Okay, water's a little clear here. So let's walk down here and see if we can see any and we can sight fish for them. Yeah. There we go. Here's one. This is a little one. We're gonna sight fish for him. See that right there? Set. So you don't want to spook them. You want to bring the fly to them. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's see if we can sight fish this little guy. Looks like he's hungry. There we go. Ooh, you know what? Don't ever do that. I just 12 set on him. You want a strip set. You want a strip set. But it happens to everybody. All right, here we go. He's gonna hit it again. There we go, got him. See that? When you want to eat, it's gonna eat. It's a little bigger than the last one, huh, Seth?
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah. There we go. Yep. Oh, he's bigger than I thought. He's bigger than I thought. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, there we go. Beautiful. Look at that. That's good, that's good. So we know that's fish hole in here. A little bit bigger, a little bigger. Yeah. Yeah, they're so fun to sight fish, you know. All right, let's see if we're getting a bigger one out here. See, that guy was way out there and started, you know, following my flies close to the bank. And then, you know, when I saw him, let's try to sight fish for him. So when you get fish follow you to the bank where you can see him, just take your time, make your cast, and sight fish for him. Here you go. Come on. Whoop. I know there's some big ones in here. You know, spot like this, if after I hook a fish or two, I'll stay a little bit longer, you know, because I know that might be, you know, more fish holding out in there in this spot. So usually I fish a little longer in a spot like this.
Talk about that a little bit too, because we have, I mean, we're in almost the end.
There we go. That's the follow. That's the follow. See it? Look, look, look. Here we go. Cast right back in. Right there. Hopefully this is a bigger one. Okay. Strip, strip, strip. Yeah. All right. What was that you were asking, Seth?
No, because the rocks obviously absorb the sunlight and heat up.
Oh, yes.
The water's like you said, it's, I don't know, we haven't measured it here, but it was what, 10 or 15 degrees cooler
Yes.
at the last spot. So they're going to be hanging around these rock edges because they're warm.
Yes, yes, yes. And yeah, it's deeper water here, a lot of rocks, and they like rocks, like you say, rocks, you know, host the heat, keep the heats there, and nice little warmer for them, you know. But that was a bigger one. He's checking on my fly. He missed the first cast, so let's see if we can try him, get him again. I think he moved a little bit to the left here, but he. All right, here we go. Yeah, they're tropical species, so they like the heat. They like the sun. Like you asked me earlier, do I fish in the rain? Yeah, sometime. I mean, rain could be really good, can be really good, and I mean, if they're hungry, they will eat your flies or whatever you presentation or whatever you fishing with, live bait or artificial lure, flies, whatever. If they're hungry, they will eat. But yes, they like the sun. They like the sun. They like warmer temperature, of course, since they are tropical fish. All right, look like that one is gone. Let's move further down this way. There's some movement right there. Yeah, you can cast straight out, but like I like to fish in an angle. First of all, I like to avoid those trees, so by casting on the side on an angle, my fly will avoid hitting all those trees too. But I like to fish in an angle, so my fly is parallel along the rock, the edge. So it works better for me that way.
But you think pulling from, you're standing on right, pulling it from the left versus standing on the left, pulling it from the right. You think the fish is gonna, if it's there, it's gonna hit anyway. It's not gonna matter.
It's not gonna
Which way
matter.
the-
Like say,
which way the fly is swimming.
yeah, if they see that fly, they want to eat that fly, they will. Like the last one you just saw, he missed the first take. I 12 set on him, came back, cast, third cast back, boom, he took the fly. So we were sight fishing for him. He wants that that fly. Yeah, I do forward cast and an angle sometime, back cast, and I hook fish both way. But the reason I like to do an angle and cast on the outside, because like I say, my fly is swimming along the edge of the rocks there, and they come out from underneath, and it's easier for me to work that way because, like I say, cast move, I cover more waters as I go. If I see fish, I'll stop and I'll sight fish like the one we did earlier. That's it. Right there, right there. See that? That's 4. We're gonna sight fish for them. You see that? You want to take your time, lead them, okay? Work that fly. Now they see it. Oh, there you go, got him. You see that? You don't want to cast right on top of them, okay? Cast away from them so they can see the fly, and then boom. Quick cast, quick strip. I guess he got off. See? Dude, that was a good clip, but I had to land a fish. So we're gonna edit it, okay? Let me just hook him again, okay? It's perfect. You see that?
He did hit it.
He did hit it. I got him on. He went to the weed. I lost him. So that's perfect for sight fishing. You see the water's cleared. You see them cruising around like that. Boom, first cast. Boom, second strip. All right, let's try it again. So you got that on tape, right? Cool, cool. Okay, the other 3 this book. Usually they hang around there. There you go, right there. See them? So we're gonna hook them, okay? See them? One, there's 2. All right, here we go again. Lead him. Strip. His turn. Strip, strip, strip. There you go. Come on. Again. That's 4 of them. Strip. Yeah, they come back around in the shallow. Yeah, sink a little bit. Yeah, come on. Yeah, he went right into the weed. Let's try a little farther out. Just stay here. Cast a little farther out. Looks like they move out to the deep. Let's see if they move down this way. Oh, that was a good size too, huh? He was a good size. Yeah, in the summertime, when they're more aggressive, they would come back and hang around there, you know. You miss one, you know, you cast out, another one, we're gonna hit your fly. Let's see. Come on. A little farther out. Stand up here a little high, see him better. There we go, there's a big guy, see it? You see it right there? Looked like he's not too aggressive. Yeah, sometimes you see the big peacock just kind of cruising really slowly. They don't want to eat anything, you know. Maybe they full, or, you know, they're not interested. Even live bait, you know. Sometimes you see them swim like that, really slow. They're not gonna eat, you know. The one's gonna eat, you can tell. You know, it turns, it stops really quick, it follow, you know. All right, let's move down here. I have a big one follow. I have a big one kind of interest. So I'm gonna sink my fly a little bit deeper. He's looking at it. Nope. Oh. Let's move this way, Seth. Let's try over here and we go. They're very aggressive. This guy's smart, huh? Ooh, missed him again.
He's not moving off that spot down.
Yeah, still holding right there. Right underneath it. Waiting for to come out and ambush the prey, you know? There we go. Ooh, miss him again. That's good. Now we know he's very aggressive. Sitting right there. Got him. Got him. Got him. Ooh, it's the tilapia. What is it? It's might be a Mayan. It's a jaguar cichlid. Beautiful fish. See that? It's a jaguar. It's another exotic species here in South Florida. I'm gonna have you take a closer look here. They're very aggressive fish. Here you go. It's a jaguar cichlid. Jaguar cichlid. Okay.
Is that a sizable one?
What's that? Is this a good side one? This is a good side right here. Yeah, very good side. See, jaguar cichlid. In I believe in South America they call them tiger bass. Tiger bass. They got sharp teeth right there, so gotta be careful. Yep. They're very aggressive fish, very territorial. See, it hit the fly like 3 times, right? Yep. Mm-hmm. Up, 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 up. There we go. Should be okay. Let me push them down a little bit. Yeah. The peacock is over there. Peacock bass is over there. Yeah, good fish, man. Let me try to get that peacock right there. Yeah, they call it black bass in South America. Black bass. Sometimes you see them in a cove right here, stand right here, cast it over, you take it. Sometimes they're out right there in the shallow. Here, come around. Get that guy. Get that guy. Got a coconut tree in the background too. See some movement right there? Maybe we could finish my cigarette first. Moving around right there. See how clear the water is? Beautiful, huh? Sometimes you see they just shot right out, you know, shoot right out the culvert right there. Nothing there. There's a fish. See him? Is that a fish? There's a bass, right? There's two, right? Largemouth or peacock? Yep, that's one peacock, and I think the small one. Yeah. Oh, the whole school of them. Good, 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 good. Oh, that's a ton of them, but small size. Got him. Ooh. Yeah, the big one. I'm gonna go for the big one back here. Whole school of them, right? There we go. Smaller one. Beautiful. All right, I'm gonna release him. There's a couple big ones in the back, huh? Look at that. Yep. Okay. Throw this guy back here. One more cast. Let me switch a different flyer.
Yeah, they're not interested.
Yeah, we hang around here a little bit. Hopefully, you know, all the big ones will come, you know. Let's put little orange and brown clouds are back. This also imitate the Mayan cichlid we have here in South Florida canals. Make sure you wet your knots. Chase it. There we go. Oh, that was a big one. That was a big one. Let's try again. Try to go in the copper. See that?
Mm-hmm.
It's good size. It's good size. Look at that. Oh, that's why I love Peacock. Look at that. They don't give up. They don't give up. They don't give up. They don't give up. It's good size, huh? Oh, this is good size right here. Look at that. Sight fishing for peacock bass in South Florida. Yeah, spot like this, get fishing. Later, you know, all the big guys out there like, hey, what's going on? What's going on? You know, I'm come check it out. And then, you know, that's when you start hooking bigger fish. All right. Let's cast the fly right back. See if we can hook more.
Welcome to In the Spread. I'm Seth Horn from In the Spread with my boy Justin Nguyen, Captain Extraordinaire. Urban fishing is what we're doing today. All right, this is your game.
Bass. This is my game.
This is right in your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
This guy's a ninja. Fly fishing, conventional fishing, live bait, lures, or flies, whatever.
All kind, all technique.
All in there. So, a little bit about what we're gonna get into today.
Fly fishing, sight fishing for peacock bass.
Sight fishing for peacock
In
bass.
the urban jungle, canals of South Florida.
Yeah, because there's a lot of fish in these canals. You know, I mean, you got some smallish lakes, a lot of canals, and there's a lot of life out there.
Oh yeah, and the nice thing is all this canal. Most of the canals here are all connected, so fish move from one canal to the other canals and into lakes, and yeah, there's also different exotic species to target. But yes, it's great.
Cool. Mm-hmm. So, if you want to fish with Justin, we're going to put his info into the video. Contact him. It's a great way to get out there and experience the urban fishing of South Florida. Really good stuff.
And yeah, we did a couple sight fish. The one we did see.
Yeah.
But mostly see fish, cast it out there, blind cast, strip, and if you get one, you get one. If you don't, they will follow you. They will follow you to the bank to follow the flies to the bank, and that way, it give you a chance to sight fish for them, which
Right.
is great. I love sight fishing with peacock bass, and you saw the take, the eat today, and it was very aggressive take, and they fought hard.
Cool. Mm-hmm. So what we're going to be doing is this is fall time here in South Florida. Even though we have short sleeves on,
Yeah.
it's sunny out. It's very nice weather, but it's relatively cool for the fish. So, what can people expect these fish to be doing this time of year relative to the warmer times, is late spring and summer?
During the spawning season, which is like the spring, you get late spawner up to August, even late September. Usually during spawning season, the spring and the summer, they're very aggressive. Very aggressive. You can see a school of them swimming along the bank. Different spots you go to, you see more. Now with the cold front, the water temperature drops and it's a little tougher bite. But they go deep, or they hold under rock structure, where rocks is warmer when the sun's it keeps the heat.
Right.
So either they go deep or they hang around structure, rocks, and you just gotta make the cast and try to find them.
But people shouldn't be expecting to go out first light, like get on a bunch of fish, because like what we experienced today, and you can speak a little bit more to this, was as we got into sun overhead, the bite was picking up.
Yeah, as the sun comes up and the temperature get a little warmer, the water get a little warmer, they seem to turn on. But we started out early. It was kind of cool. So it was tough, but when the sun pick up a little bit, a little heat, then the bite start turning on, and we hook a few out there. You know?
Cool.
Yeah.
But talk about your presentation theory. Like, what are you thinking? Because obviously you're coming up to the bank. You're on the bank,
Yeah.
and a lot of times, like we're saying, you can see these fish, and more than likely they can see you.
Yeah.
So when you go up there and a lot of times you're sight casting. So I mean, what are you thinking about how you're going to present your fly?
Well, first of all, the one that we can't see, we're making blind casts. So it's always, I always, try to cover the bank, cast parallel to the bank, a couple casts, under the grass edge or whatever. Sometimes you get fish holding underneath those grass, come out and grab your fly. Like say they ambush predator. If they see that fly strip by, boom, they come out. They hit, do a couple casts along the bank, then work your way out to out in the canal and strip. If you get a fish out, out far, that's fine. Sometimes if they don't hit your fly, they will chase your fly to the shallow where you can see them and start picking up your fly and then sight fish form.
So you're standing on the bank looking at the water. You're casting parallel to the bank and kind of stripping it down the bank.
As I work,
and then you start hitting it almost like at a 45.
Yes.
And then sometimes straight out.
Yes. Sometimes straight out. Sometimes if you working your way down the canal, I like to do like you say 45 degree, an angle, boom, 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 and then I work my way down toward along the bank as I move. So that way I save a lot of time and I cover more water that way.
Right.
And again, be aware of the water. If you see movement, bait fish, going crazy, boom, cast there. And usually, you catch a peacock there.
Yeah, keep an eye.
Keep an eye on the grass edge. Sometimes you would chase those bait fish.
Right.
And then so I'm making a couple casts along the bank just in case there's a fish holding there. But usually, sometimes like I say, they come out underneath the grass and boom, hit your fly. If you don't get a fish, that's fine. At least make a few casts, then work your way down. That way you cover more waters too.
Yeah, be subtle. Okay,
Yeah.
don't just walk up to the bank.
Walk
up to the edge and
they
start
get spooked.
looking
Yeah.
around. I mean, you gotta look before you get there. Kind of get the lay of the water, see if there's anything that you can see. If not, work your way down.
They are aggressive fish, but it's always good to be stealthy.
Yeah, you don't want to be clumsy.
Be slow. Yeah. And the presentation. Just cast the fly out there. Don't cast on top of them.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah.
Cool.
They're fun fish to catch on the fly.
What kind of body of water are you looking for? What kind of structure are you looking for? What kind of edge weed are you looking for? I mean, what is your sort of go-to? Like, this is an area that I want to hit.
Yeah. When I look for cover, where canals, it connects from canal to canal.
Like a choke point.
Yeah. They like to hang out there. They sometimes they come right out and attack your lure or fly, whatever. Sometimes, on the side in the shaded area, next to it, like the one we caught earlier.
Right.
You see that one cast, boom, it came out of nowhere. And I missed the first time, then boom, a few more casts, I hook them and we land them. Grass edge, work along the bank, where the grass come out and, there's little, hiding space, underneath. Structure, rocks along the rocks, and yeah.
I mean, the tricky part here is, you're not in a boat. We're on land, and you're not in someone's backyard a lot of times. You have to get to places where you can egress in and actually access the water. So there's not a lot of movement in these canals that you can see. So what he's talking about, these choke points and these pipes that go underneath the roads, where you have a canal that pinches down, it flows underneath, and then it opens back up. You're going to have water movement through there just because it's a natural, when you funnel water down, it's going to move faster. So you get water moving through those pipes. So like you're saying, they like to sort of hang out.
Yeah, it's, they like to hide out there, because like I said, they can stay inside or they can go through and then to a different canal. Or they can stay inside and then, when they see a bayfish or something, they just come out and, ambush them.
Yeah.
It's more like a hiding place for them.
And in the more open water areas, like the lakes, they're there to the edge.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of have either you have some grass bed,
Yeah.
or you have a rocky structure, and then it
Yeah.
kind of drops off.
Yeah.
And they're coming out of the deeper water
Yep.
a lot of times
Yep.
up to the edge to get because the bait fish are not going to be out in the middle.
Yep,
They're going to be
yep.
near.
That's why you
they're
see
gonna be
sometimes,
near cover.
bayfish going crazy. That's them. They come by and they chase those bayfish, and sometimes they go back on the deep. They hang there along, the edge of the, there's a drop.
Right.
So yeah, they.
A lot of times, you are dealing with the debris that's in the water, whether it's grass on the surface or it's the edge growth. So when you hook up with the fish, I see you're moving to an area where you can get clearance and not get hung up because you can't tug
Yeah.
on 5 weight
Yeah.
because he's using a 5 weight on this. 'Cause you
I,
don't want to
I
break the
recommend
fish off.
at least a 6-weight.
Yeah.
Anglers using 7-8 weight for peacocks. A 6-weight, is good.
He likes to challenge himself.
Yeah, I like, on a little lighter side because, I don't play the fish too long, as you can see, a 5-weight just better for me for casting. But, on windy day, I pick up a 6-weight or even 7-weight, Today's, not too much wind, weather's nice and 5-weights is good, But I recommend at least a 6-weight, for
So
peacock bass.
you want to make sure that when you hook up,
Get your slack line in, okay, and if you have like branches are hanging on the wall, this and that, keep your rod tip down and work the fish away from snags,
Right.
weeds, work the fish out in open water where you can easily land the fish, like. The one I was sight fishing earlier, first cast, boom, went right to the weed.
Yeah.
We lost that one. You see?
they're going to go to cover.
Yeah,
they're going to
they're
go
fast.
They're going
Yeah.
to move to the pipe. They're going to move to
Yep.
anything that they can get into,
Yep.
and break
So
you off.
the best
Because
thing
you
to
stuffed
do-
one,
Yeah,
a nice
yeah.
one, and the thing went right into the weeds.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
because it got into the
Yeah.
weed, it was able to,
Yeah.
throw the fly out.
And the
But-
one after was gonna go straight in the culvert there.
Yeah.
And I turned them, and
Yeah.
just keep putting pressure. Work the fish out in an open area. Turn them, away from weed, away from snag, away from rocks. Any structure that might cause the fish to break
Yeah,
off.
just be conscious of what's in the
Yeah.
water around you.
Yeah.
So that you don't break off and lose that
Yeah.
nice fish because
Yep.
you're tugging on it too hard. So
Once the sun's out, they seem to be more aggressive. But again, I catch them early morning, mid-afternoon, late afternoon, even in heavy rain.
right.
So
This
you
time
ju-
of year.
This time of year, yeah. The bite is a little slower,
They're
Sink your
cold,
fly.
They are cold sensitive fish.
Yeah. Get your fly down a little deeper if you can. If you fish a shallow or spot, boom, then you don't need to get it too deep. But if like I say, if there's fish there, it's hungry, it will eat. And make sure you work that fly like fast. They like fast movement.
Right. Now
Mm-hmm.
I saw you working it fast, but then I also when you've got because we at one point we had a school of fish,
Mm-hmm.
and you were kind of being really deliberate with. You'd flick that fly and you'd give it a turn and you'd kind of pause it. Mm-hmm.
And pop it so he can look at it and pop it.
Give it another pause, and then when they come at it, if they're not aggressively biting on it, then sometimes you pull it. And especially with the smaller fish, because you
Yeah.
can see them, you just try to get this.
Yeah,
you
you
don't
see
wanna
the
be
smaller
tangling
one
with a
more
bunch of
aggressive,
kinks.
So when you strip that fly really fast, they hit it, and you strip set, and you saw me trough set a couple of times.
Yeah.
You don't want to trough set.
Right.
Yeah. I have floating line, 9-foot leader, not too long. You don't need a long leader. I'm using a 20-pound floral leader by tippet, and the flies I use, this is a little orange and brown Clausemino. Any bayfish pattern will work just fine. Different variety, different colors you want to tie, or like this one, imitating the cichlid we have here in the canal system, and also the this clouser, the orange and brown imitate a mine cichlid, which peacock bass love. You know, those baby mine cichlid, peacock go crazy. You have some white, some green. You know, you want to have different variety of different colors. If you get no fish to bite, change them. You know, like or sometime you hook on a fish, boom, and then you try to, you miss the hook set for some reason, and you cast it out. You try to hook that fish again, and it won't bite. You know what? Do a couple more casts, then change the fly. Change the fly. Give them some different to look at to see. Boom, like the one I did earlier. You know, I missed one. Was it this fly right here? Yeah, it was on the green fly, right? Then I put on a brown and orange clouser. First cast, boom, hook them. You know, just you know, change around, change your flies if it's not working for you. You know, if one fly catches fish, don't change. If it works good, continue to fish with it. But yeah, any bait fish pattern. This is I like to tie my own flies, and of course some flies are tied by my friends or fly tyer that wanted me to fish their flies. Little bucktail, be bead change for the eyes, a little lighter, just a little mini, micro one, black blue clouser, you know. Even one of my favorite fly of all time, the woolly bugger. This will work just fine. This is my favorite fly for largemouth bass. This is my go-to fly for largemouth bass, and peacocks. Love them. Right there. Yep. So I recommend a 6-weight. 5-weight is fine, but if it's a little windy, move up to 7, 8-weight even. 20 pound, 20 pound for a leader. You can go 15 or 20. I like to use 20 because of the weed. All the snacks around here in the canal. But that's about it. So, closer.